We were in a position where I was the bottleneck of the business. We just couldn't get anywhere. Stress was building up. I had a young family, and yeah, just got to a point of hitting against a brick wall, basically.
Before Steve, challenge was always knowing what the business is doing. Was running a business, had staff, we ticked over, we were busy, but we didn't really know where it was coming in. The business was going from busier to busier to busier, but we weren't in control of it.
The main challenge and problem I was facing was time. Never any time for myself, 100% of my time on the business, and not noticing any real growth, any real progression.
We'd identified that as we were growing, when we spoke to Steve initially, we had 4 stores, we've now got 10. And we identified back then we had an issue with communication, messaging, consistency, kind of stuff that whatever we were trying or I was trying wasn't necessarily happening.
Before we had Steve, we'd just taken over the business, and we were about 18 months, 2 years into running.
2 years, I think.
We took over an existing business, but didn't have experience of running a business before. So I felt like we needed some accountability and someone to ask for advice on. Being the owners of the business, we were the ones constantly having to make decisions, so we kind of needed someone else to help us.
We've been working together on our digital marketing agency for about 5 years, but really found we were just kind of stuck. You know the phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you always get what you always got. This is exactly where we've been for kind of 4 or 5 years, always wanting to kick on, but never really having the motivation or maybe the accountability to actually make those changes.
It's enabled me and my brother, Rory, who's the other director, to come together every fortnight with Steve and just help us plan and have a clear vision of where we want to get to, and just hold us accountable to reach our goals. Endless amounts of resources and always a phone call away for any questions. Most of all, a mindset shift as being like a business owner as opposed to someone that's just part of the team. Yeah, so that was a big change for me.
So first of all, it helped me design my goals. So, because I wasn't really sure what are my goals, and we started working towards one thing, and then we decided actually no, let's take it in a different way, which has been a lot more successful. And so just the whole accountability and the whole goal defining and being able to talk through the thoughts in my head and sort of unscrabble it from a whole ball of mess into a nice ball of wool sort of thing that can be used.
Clear lane to drive.
100%, yes.
More focus, more knowledge of the behind the business stuff. So spending that time not just going from Bob's garden to Frank's garden to Deirdre's garden, it was knowing that the business needed to have a goal or a driver and a future, and knowing that what do we want to do next. So if we wanted to know what we wanted to do in 6 months' time, that then led us to kind of come back to what we were going to do now to make that happen in 6 months' time, not just what we're doing tomorrow, what we're doing the week after.
The main thing is the strategies for me, the clear strategies, holding us to account for those, helping us implement them, bringing to light different ideas, different ways of thinking, mindset. There's so much there. It was directionless before Steve. So yeah, once he gave us the strategies, once he gave us the goals, or once we ironed those out with him, it was a case of we've been with Steve since August 2024, and in that time we've employed 4 people. Prior to that, we had no one. We had no success in recruitment. The profitability was stagnant. So yeah, the results spoke for themselves in that short amount of time.
2 areas. It's helped from a personal point of view and also in the business planning. The 90-day sessions like this particularly useful, holding us accountable for what we're going to be delivering as well. Can be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes, but they're the main 2 areas.
I think accountability is a massive one. Monthly check-ins. We were surprised initially it wasn't so much business focused as person focused. It really got us thinking about what we wanted out of our lives, our careers, our work, our personal lives, and it helped us shift our priorities, which led to giving us the confidence to make more dramatic changes.
I mean, just in a nutshell, planning. Being a solo, somebody by myself, I sometimes get caught up in the minutiae of business management, and then I don't put enough time in the future of my business, and expecting the future of my business to be what I want it to be without giving it any attention is like trying to sell ice to an Eskimo. It's just pointless. So, you know, him really sitting me down, especially on these quarterly planning sessions, and being like, where do you want to be in 5 years? What does that mean you're going to do within 3 years? How does that translate to a year? And finally, what does that prioritize within the next 3 months? That was invaluable.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just seen the benefits straight away. Gives you a clear roadmap and helps you kind of define where you want to be in life. And Steve, he'll just give you that kind of guidance to get there. And yeah, like I say, the resources are endless. And yeah,
Definitely, yes. It's accountability as well. So he's there, he's nudging you, he's making sure you're doing the things you're saying you're going to go and do. People know how to maybe start a business, and they might know how to kind of make a business pay the bills. But that next level of making the business make sense going forward, yeah, that's where Steve's come in.
I would always recommend Steve's services to others, and in fact I do quite a lot, because I just think he helps with the clarity, he helps with the challenging, he's got the knowledge, he's got the experience, he's also got a huge amount of contacts, which is really, really important when you're working in an area, particularly for companies working in a local area. So I would recommend Steve 100% without any reservation.
I would.
Yeah, I would as well.
Because I think although you're talking about important and challenging things, he's a very level-headed, calming person to be around. So he gives you kind of encouragement, and you leave conversations feeling positive, even if it's something that you initially were stressed or feeling negative about.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's a very reassuring, grounding person, which is a good quality in a coach. He doesn't push his opinions on you.
On what we should or shouldn't do, we decide that. But
It's just guiding you to your own decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, would definitely recommend it. You're going to be happier, you're going to be more fulfilled, you know, you're going to get new perspectives on things, and it will just help you shift the way you prioritize your time. And for someone like me who's very poorly organized and a massive procrastinator, to have someone there that I know is going to be holding me to account every week or every month, you know, it just made a massive difference.
Absolutely. In fact, I gave Steve 2 referrals today because of the impact he's had on our business. And some of that actually just our peace of mind. You know, sometimes I've used Steve as just a sounding board for a bit of a rant and just second opinion, and to challenge where we're doing things wrong, and to remind us that we're doing most of the stuff right actually. So for that external lens he's given us, then yeah, absolutely. And the fact I've given him 2 referrals today kind of backs that up.
100%. I've made recommendations. For me, it's results based. He gets results, and the proof is in the pudding with me. Previous clients that I've met of Steve's, yeah, results.